Good thing we have Jana and Rance here.
Like, did you guys put this in here after I went on my little vacay?
I mean, the two of you, we know every meal that you've ever had. It's great.
And the cleaned plates after the meal is over. I mean, boomerangs galore.
Exactly. Listen, I'm just an open book. I'm just an open book. Well, I love that you guys are talking about summer because I actually have a great idea for you guys. What if I told you that we could help you get fit this summer without ever actually setting foot in a gym?
And we're sharing a drinkable solution that will detox, depuff, and de-stress. It's time to talk benefits of antioxidant-rich tea and where you can get the perfect cup right here in Jacksonville.
All that and so much more coming up right now on River City Live.
Now, celebrating all things cool in Jacksonville, a local show with a spotlight on the 904, featuring amazing stories from every neighborhood. This is River City Live.
Welcome to River City Live. We have a great show planned for you, and we can't wait to dive in. So speaking of plans, we've got a River City roundup of the must-not-miss events that you can catch this weekend, even featuring a free class to make sure that your newborn is safe this summer.
Also, Jana and I are going to try the latest trend in fitness that will tone, tighten, and definitely entertain. No gym required. So come with us to Bittersweet Studios. Hey gang, Jana's doing the high flying today. We're gonna be doing a little aerial yoga, a little aerial ring, maybe do a little pole dancing. You look so comfortable.
Thanks, we're just hanging out. We're here at Bittersweet Studios and we're gonna show you around.
Oh, around.
Bittersweet Studios is an co-ed aerial art studio. So we have all forms of aerial art here. We have everything from aerial silks, aerial hammock, bungee, lyra, trapeze, all the way to pole. And we have students that are 8 years old. That's when we start taking kids at 8. And then we have students all the way up into their 70s that come here. So we are open to everyone. When we built the space, one of the big factors when we built it was safety. We wanted to make sure that when we were switching out apparatuses or having apparatuses for clients to get on, you're putting them in harm's way pretty much. So you want it to be as safe as possible. So we spent a lot of time and money with engineers and a professional rigging company and welding company to make all of our rigging points. We also had our poles custom brought in from overseas. They are a competition pole that is used in the world competitions. So we just wanted to make sure that what we were doing was safe and that all of our instructors had the right training. So we took it a step further. Every instructor's been certified and gone through a regimented program. And we have a program for our students as well so that they can go through all the levels and make sure that they're not progressing too fast or getting into a class that's over their head. So we're really big on safety. It was funny, my daughter went to Worlds and we were in Liechtenstein. Our team was 4 people. And we get over there and the Russians are sitting there and one girl that can speak English comes over to the US team and says, "Why is your team so small?" Because usually the US, when they participate in any sport, is very large. Out of nowhere, my daughter goes, "There's kind of a persona about pole in America. Kids don't get to do it as much." And the girl's like, "It's like gymnastics." And she goes, "You're right, it is, but it's all the old people that make it bad." I think the benefits for people in the community to come and train here is some people are afraid to go to a local gym, right? They get in there, they're overwhelmed, they don't know what to do. So it's really nice they can come in here. They have full instruction the entire time they're here. Then we have people that maybe do specialty things like gymnastics or dance, and they want to come in and cross-train. We have a lot of kids that come in and say, their parents may say, well, she didn't really like gymnastics, or she really didn't like dance, or he's not interested in gymnastics, or whatnot. They come in to just kind of find something else that they're good at, and not everyone's doing it. So they get to shine a little bit. I think we all know there's a million kids in gymnastics and dance, and sometimes your child needs to shine through and they don't get that opportunity. So sometimes that's another benefit. There's a lot of ways that people can get involved and shine, and we have people from being very young doing it. I have one lady that's in her 60s competing. I feel like COVID kind of kept people locked up, and now they're out and they're ready to do things, and they're almost more adventurous than they were before. So it's kind of fun to watch that happen. What's really nice is we've kept everything so people can sign up online, so we make it very convenient. You don't have to call us, you don't have to come in. We have a button on our website that says schedule. You launch into our schedule's out for the entire year. You can sign up for individual classes, you can come take a private. You can also come in and do a party with us. We do aerial parties for any of our apparatuses that we have. We do kids parties, bachelorette parties, we have the girls' night out parties, we've had a lot of co-ed, we had a CrossFit group come in and do a party, and we've had businesses come in and do team building here.
We gave it a whirl, we gave it a twirl, and we gave it a spin. Now it's your turn. If you're ready to step away from traditional workouts and into a truly unique local fitness experience, check out Bittersweet Studios.
Well, let me tell you, we had a serious workout that day. So it is high-flying, fun-filled fitness trend. It seems like a good fit for you. You can check it out at bittersweetfitstudios.com.
I know, we had a great time, and I love that we're just like, always down to clown around town. So we wanted to make sure that you got to have as much fun as we did, and this week we are rounding up the best activities for busy moms that will keep the family going all summer long. So let's dive into the River City Roundoff, kicking it off with a stronger start. Now, France and I were approached about this gala, and I thought it was a wonderful endeavor because it focuses specifically on recognizing the professionals that help support and facilitate postpartum recovery and mental health for moms that have given birth.
See, that's another great experience. So if you're looking forward to that, it's going down July 27th, and it will be at the Casa Marina Hotel. And the details, the website is
Mommy2postpartumandbeyond.com. Don't worry, we'll make sure that you have a link for you guys on our website.
So we're all about the Little Mermaid auditions, aren't we? Because that has been the biggest thing in the past few months, right?
It has, it has. So obviously we've seen a huge uptick in people interested in The Little Mermaid. We had the new movie coming out. And so this is actually Stage Aurora's theater is hosting Little Mermaid Junior, which is super fun. I already checked, Rance, you and I are too old because I think we would crush it. I'm just saying.
That's probably good for them. So it is going down July 14th, July 15th, Sunday, July 16th, and July 22nd and 23rd, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Greater Refuge Temple Annex, and that's located on Lim Turner Road. And you can find out more at stageaurora.org.
I think that'll be fun, especially if you want to have some fun inside. Theaters have air conditioning, which I think is great. So next up, I thought this was really important. It is a baby safety class that is actually being hosted virtually, and this is all focused on newborn safety. Now, Rance, I had a question for you. When you left the hospital with Tyler, did you have like an instruction manual? I always thought that was kind of crazy. I don't personally have kids, but from what I've seen, they just kind of let you roll out of there.
I mean, they give you like a little bit of some pre-training, but
they're like, here's a pack of diapers. Good luck for the next 18 years.
There's really no manual, and of course, every baby is different. So this is a great experience, and definitely you want to be plugged in when it comes to CPR and that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So there's all sorts of things like choking prevention, and you can get your free ticket at alleventsjax.com. And again, that's a virtual event, so something that you and your partner can do at home to make sure your baby is safe this summer.
So Mommy and Me Park Day, it's by Professional Moms in Action, and they're inviting people to join them for a delightful Mommy and Me Park Day, July 15th at 9 a.m. The event is designed to create lasting memories for mothers and their little ones in a vibrant and welcoming atmosphere.
I think this is great because it's a fun way to get outside and meet other moms. A lot of my mom friends tell me that, especially when you first give birth, it's really hard to kind of get back out there because there's a lot of mommy judging that goes on. So to find people that are really supportive and that are really active, this is also put on by Professional Moms in Action. So a lot of like-minded women. And also we have one more for you. This is a great summer fitness camp, and it is focused specifically on mental health and wellness, helping young kids and teens articulate conversations around mental health. This is put on by Amazing Life Church. We actually had their pastor in a few weeks ago. He also does theater. I mean, he does wellness programs. So it's a really great, well-rounded program and a great way to get teens talking about, what's important to them.
A registration can be done at Amazing Life Church on their website. And like Jana says, it's a great way to connect family and stuff. So if you're looking for more family fun this weekend, check out our community calendar.
And we also want to make sure that we are seeing you on Snapjacks. So if you are having some summer fun, please upload a pic because we want to see what's happening. Stick around for more River City Live right after this, where we give you effective tools to battle substance abuse. Welcome back to River City Live. We are kicking off our Mental Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Christine Caulfield of LSF. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a little bit of a heavy topic today.
We do.
But it is one that we need to address because we are going to give you effective tools on how to address and combat the addiction and disease that we all know as drug abuse, drug overdose. And like you mentioned before we were talking in the commercial break, it is a disease.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times we don't address it as that. It's thrown around very casually as someone's a druggie or they drink too much. It's very flippant, but it's something that is a health disorder.
Most definitely. It's a brain disease, and you know, you just can't pull yourself up by the bootstraps. It's like any other disease. It requires treatment, and the good news is recovery is possible. It's also a family disease. If you are living with someone that's addicted to, for example, opioids or alcohol, it's going to affect the family. And so it's very important for everybody to get into recovery in that situation.
And that's so important. It was funny when I was bringing us in, I just had this flash of a lot of people I know that have battled these challenges. And it makes you a little bit emotional because I think we all know somebody who has had to either deal with this with a loved one or deal with it themselves personally.
Most definitely. And a lot of people don't realize this, but it's a genetic disease. It's inherited. And if you inherit that gene for addiction, then you really have to take steps to ensure that it does not move into a serious situation.
Right. How can we detect signs like that, whether it's in ourselves or maybe a loved one that we have or a friend in our circle?
Well, if you, for example, are drinking alcohol and you find that you need more and more of alcohol or any drug you might be utilizing, your tolerance is increasing. That's one sign. Another sign is if you are living with someone who suddenly is running out of money, wanting to borrow money, that's a sign that there might be something serious going on. Additionally, if you're noticing behavior changes, increased agitation, increased anger outburst, a change in friends if you have teenagers, those kinds of things should be red flags to let you know that something's going on here.
Right. And do you see a connection between substance abuse and other mental health disorders? Do these ever go hand in hand or even amplify each other?
Absolutely. What we're finding in the research supports is that about 80% of individuals that live with an addiction also have a co-occurring mental health challenge. Depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, those are very common and concomitant with that addiction. A lot of people self-medicate because they're in pain with their mental health issue, and so they pick up to dull the pain.
Sure. I mean, none of us want to lean into that. It's a difficult thing to do, and it's very easy to step away and maybe step towards something that we can self-medicate with. Something you and I talked about last week was how to be an effective communicator when it comes to helping someone address this without being defensive. So what are some of the tools that you all use at LSF to help people address this for a loved one, or like we said, a friend in your circle, or even if somebody maybe is listening to this and says, maybe I do need help and maybe I deserve help because they do?
Absolutely. For sure, there's help out there. It's very important to share that you're concerned about the individual, that if it's a family member, you love them, you're recognizing that additional support is needed for the entire family, and that you're there for them. You'll help them in any way possible. And the good news is there are resources in the community, no matter what your economic status is, to be able to get the help that you need to fight that addiction and to enjoy recovery.
Yes, and battle it together as a community, because that's the reality, is we're all here for each other. And just remember that something like this doesn't look at your family history. It doesn't look at what you do for a living. It could be a very successful person. It could be somebody you think has it all together. Those people can also have challenges. So just be aware of your friends, check on your friends and family, be aware of those around you at work. And if somebody needs help, please reach out to LSF. They have resources. They have wonderful people like Dr. Caulfield that are there to help you and talk you through it. Thank you so much for another great Mental Wellness Wednesday.
Pleasure.
Stick around for more River City Live right after this. We are putting the spotlight on a special lady in your life with our Woman of the Week. If you want to nominate someone, you can go to newsforjax.com/Woman of the Week and give us a brief description on why this someone is so special, and they can be featured right here on River City Live. And each week, one winner receives a $100 value consultation with PVPS and a PVPS swag bag. At the end of 2023, one grand prize winner will be picked, and that woman will receive $10,000 to be used in services at Ponte Vedra Plastic Surgery. Tomorrow on River City Live, there is a viral bonding experience that you might be missing with your teen. So make sure you tune in as we share some of the secrets that will glam up your space and glue the loved ones together.
So we thought we'd talk a little bit about some of what they were talking about on the 9 a.m. when they were the movies that are coming out. So Willy Wonka is like the big thing that everybody is all about right now, because I remember growing up with it. And this is just a little sample of what people can see with Timothy Chalamet.
Oh my gosh, look at all this costuming. I mean, okay, so how do you feel? Because there have been a few reiterations of Willy Wonka. Do you have any specific thoughts on like a favorite version? Because sometimes when new things come out, people are either really excited or they're not happy.
I'm excited for this one because the last one was a little weird. It was a little creepy. Kind of took some of the childlike innocence that we had with the Gene Wilder version. So I'm looking for a little softer version.
My sister was terrified of the Gene Wilder version. We could not watch it in our house because she was horrified. She was like, I don't like anything about this. She's like, where are these children going? This is horrifying. They just want a snack. Why is... And I'm like, you know, and our parents are like, oh, because they're not being grateful. She's just like, is that really such a crime? These kids are sick. So I was not a big fan favorite in our house.
Daddy, I want a squirrel. And all of that.
Fair.
But, I mean, I remember all of those. So yeah, Willy Wonka, I'm super excited about that. Barbie, I know that's the big thing. You're excited for
Now talk about
Barbie.
a hit in our house. Now the Barbie movies. There have been so many different Barbie movies, and also we had all the cartoons and things like that. So it's coming out next Friday. I'm counting down. Yesterday, Amanda and Melanie and I were all planning out our outfits. I'm pumped.
Oh, and my man Josh just walked by in pink. I'm gonna get my pink on as well for Barbie. We'll have more River City Live right after this. Welcome back to River City Live. If you missed anything, you can go to rivercitylivetv.com, and we will be back with you tomorrow with another great show.
We have a cheesy secret that all the parents are going to want to know to make sure that your summer is a sizzling hit.
And speaking of kids, we have a dynamite experience that combines science, discovery, and AC. Join us alongside our certified dinosaur trainer tomorrow. See you tomorrow.